But I like to read about coaching. I like to read about leadership. I like to read about business. I'm keeping up on educational type things for my industry. I like to read about youth sports. I like to read about national politics. I like to read about how we're perceived in the world as the United States.
Any particular authors that you follow or blogs that you follow?
There's a gentleman by the name of Don Yeager, and I've had the opportunity to meet Don a couple times. He's been able, he worked for Sports Illustrated for a while, and he's been very fortunate to write the biographies of some very, very prominent people. And I get updates from him all the time about some of his new stuff, and I think it really intrigues me to when the best of the best, the Michael Jordans, the Coach Woodens, those types of folks, Derek Jeter, when they're willing to open up the hood and explain what makes them tick, what makes them great, those types of things, I'm really intrigued by that. And so, for me, a lot of what I do is coaching. I coach at the high school, obviously, but I coach my kids, my own kids, not in their sports, but just about right and wrong and the way to act. I coach my clients. I don't sell them anything. I truly coach them on their finances. And so much of that is really important to me. Understanding that there's a difference between being a coach and a boss, understanding that there's a difference between being a dad and a coach, all those different things, and I love going and hearing other coaches speak. Just this week I listened to a conversation with Coach Gavers from over at Hastings College, and Tim Miles with Nebraska basketball came out not too long ago, and the coach at Doane. I just love listening to their message and what it is that they want their teams to understand. And early on in the process of the politics, I was consistently being identified as the coach in the election. You've got the incumbent mayor, this individual who's got experience in government, and then you got the soccer coach. And at first there was a concerted effort to try to make sure people understood that it was more than just a guy with a whistle around his neck. But really then I started thinking about it and about the principles of coaching, and I turned that into a positive in the campaign process and saying, when you start looking at those bullet points, why wouldn't you want a coach as a leadership position at the city? So